Emma Carter was a quiet, unassuming woman, a librarian in a small town. She lived simply, spending her days surrounded by books, and her evenings tending to her garden. No one in town knew much about her past, and Emma preferred it that way. She had left her old life behind, and was perfectly content to live in peaceful obscurity. One evening, Emma received an invitation to a party at the home of the town's wealthiest resident, Margaret Whitmore. Margaret was known for her extravagant gatherings, and the entire town buzzed with anticipation. Emma hesitated. She wasn't one for social events, but her friend Sarah gently nudged her. "Come on, Emma," she said. "It'll be fun. Who knows, you might even meet someone interesting." Reluctantly, Emma agreed. She slipped into her best dress, a simple blue number, and made her way to Margaret's mansion. The party was exactly what Emma had expected: loud, crowded, and overwhelming. She clung to the edges of the room, sipping a glass of punch and quietly observing. The guests sparkled in designer gowns and tailored suits, laughing and chatting as if the world had no weight at all. As the night wore on, a crowd began to gather around the grand piano in the center of the room. Margaret, clearly tipsy from too many drinks, stood up and declared, "Let's have some entertainment. Who wants to play the piano?" Laughter erupted, but no one moved. Margaret scanned the room until her eyes landed on Emma. "You," she said, pointing, "you look like you could use some fun. Come play something for us." Emma's heart dropped. "Oh, I couldn't," she murmured, barely audible. "Nonsense." Margaret waved her hand. "Don't be shy. It's just for fun." The guests clapped, cheering her on, and so, reluctantly, Emma stepped forward, her cheeks burning with embarrassment. She sat at the piano, her hands trembling. She hadn't played in years, not since she left her old life behind. But as her fingers touched the keys, something deep within her stirred. She closed her eyes and let the music carry her. The first notes were hesitant, soft, but with each passing phrase, her confidence returned. The room fell silent, every guest now fixated on her hands as they danced across the keys, weaving a melody that was haunting and beautiful. It was her own composition, a reflection of her struggles and her hopes. When she finished, the room exploded into applause. The guests leapt to their feet, their faces glowing with awe and disbelief. "Emma, that was incredible," Sarah gasped, her eyes wide. "I had no idea you could play like that." Emma gave a shy smile. "It's been a while. I used to play professionally, but I gave it up." Margaret, who had been watching silently from the edge of the room, approached. "You used to play professionally?" she asked, intrigued. "Why did you stop?" Emma hesitated, then sighed. "I was a concert pianist," she admitted. "I traveled the world, played in the most prestigious venues, but it wasn't the life I wanted. I was lonely, and somewhere along the way, I lost myself. I left it all behind and came here." The guests were stunned. No one had imagined the quiet librarian was once a world-renowned musician. Margaret's eyes lit up. "Emma, you have a gift. You can't hide it away like this. The world needs to hear you." Emma shook her head. "I'm happy here. I don't need fame or fortune. I just want a simple life." But despite Emma's protests, word of her performance spread fast. Soon, people from all across the country came hoping to hear her play. Margaret offered to host a concert at her mansion. Emma reluctantly agreed. The night of the concert, the mansion was packed, wall to wall with people eager to witness the woman behind the music. Emma sat at the piano, her heart racing, but as she played, all her fears melted away. The music flowed through her, resonating with every soul in the room. When the final note rang out, the audience rose to their feet. Their applause thundered through the mansion. Emma smiled, her heart full. She had found a way to share her gift without losing herself. In the months that followed, Emma returned to her quiet life, but now, she performed from time to time. She played for those who truly appreciated the music, and more importantly, the heart behind it. She'd found the balance she once thought impossible between the life she left behind and the one she had built, and she was happier than she had ever been. One quiet evening, as Emma sat peacefully in her garden, Sarah joined her. "You've changed, Emma," Sarah said gently. "You seem lighter Emma smiled. I found a way to be true to myself. And that's all that really matters.